This is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you. I'm here in Chicago, Illinois at 2508 Devon here in Chicago, and we're going to give you guys another restaurant review. We're here at a cool Indian, vegan, vegetarian restaurant. It's actually called Arya Bhavan, which means welcome to our home. Now, this restaurant is normally a vegan and vegetarian Indian restaurant, but on Monday nights only, they have a raw vegan organic buffet. But you can also order regular stuff off their standard cooked vegan menu. At other times, at this point, they don't actually have any other raw food. So if you want the raw menu, you gotta come on Monday night, but then it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. So I'm excited to be here because there's literally no other Indian raw food restaurant that you can eat at anywhere in the United States that I know of. So I'm excited to be here and show you guys this place, and I'll be sharing with you how all the food tastes. So let's come inside this place and check it out. Now we're inside the restaurant, and I was wondering how much the raw buffet costs, and check it out right here. Certain days of the week they have a vegetarian vegan buffet. It's $11.99, but check it out. Organic raw vegan buffet, $15.99 Monday night dinner. Oh look, check it out, kids 8 years and under, half off. So that's an amazing price for literally all you could eat raw vegan buffet. Literally at some of the raw food restaurants here in the Chicago area, you could pay $15 for just one plate of food, not like a whole meal. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna show you guys some of the foods that are available on the buffet and what you're gonna get if you come here. There's just many different options here on the raw buffet. You could start out with a little smoothie, and we're here a little bit late tonight, so a lot of the stuff is gone, but they may be replenishing it. Tonight it looks like they got a strawberry smoothie, and we just got a little bit left here. So actually that's one of the things you want to get here early. The buffet starts at 6:30 and runs till 9:30. So the earlier you get here, the more food you'll be able to eat because the more time you'll have to stuff your belly full. Now, in addition, they got a whole bunch of different nuts here. So they got some sunflower seeds, some almonds, some walnuts, and some dates, and actually some cashews. Over here, you're gonna grab yourself a plate here and your silverware. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a fork here. And now we're gonna select from the buffet. You can see here, they got some salad here. It's organic salad, just a pretty much plain salad, which is cool. You might wanna get some. Maybe I'll take a scoop of salad here. And one of the tips I wanna give you on, especially your first time through the buffet line, what I like to do is I like to get a small portion of everything and put a little bit of everything on your plate. Go back to your table and eat everything and try everything and see what you like the most, and then come back and get the things that you like the most that feel the best for you, because everybody's different. I might like something that you guys might not like. So we got the salad here first. Another thing you can get on the buffet is some fruit, some fresh fruit. And I prefer generally not to eat the fruit with my meal, especially if I'm eating a lot of vegetables. I might eat some like really early and then wait a while and then get some. But normally I like to eat fruit early in the day, so my night meal is usually like a nice large gigantic salad. And next, of course, they got some guacamole here. And yes, this is all you can eat guacamole. We're just gonna take a little bit here to try some out. And one of the things I like about this place is that they have a variety of dishes, just standard salads and guacamole, some fruit cut up. But they also have, because this is an Indian restaurant, they have some Indian dishes that are made into raw dishes. So this is just one of them. This is actually some kind of mango pickles here. I haven't had the opportunity to try anything like this before, so I'm kind of excited. They also have some different dressings, and I think these are some Indian style dressings here. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but we could take a little bit and put some of that on the salad. Let's see, they got a brown one on this side and a green one over on this side. I'll get to try a little bit of that. Next, we're coming down to some more traditional raw stuff, so not Indian based, but definitely with an Indian flair because the chef is Indian. So we got the standard pasta, raw pasta with some marinara sauce. Back here we have some other kind of salad. Not sure exactly what this one is, but it looks like we got some sprouted wild rice and some broccoli and other cut up vegetables. Moving right along here, we got a nice big pan of raw lasagna. So this looks really good. We're just gonna go ahead and cut off a slice and get a little bit. And yes, you guys will be hearing about how each and every one of these things are. Oh, next is my favorite. Check it out here. This is all you can eat raw food pizza. Check it out, raw pizza right here. All you could eat, that's amazing. Many raw pizzas at a raw food restaurant might cost like $10 just for one slice. So you could keep coming back and keep eating more. Over here we got the raw hummus. We're gonna get a little bit of the raw hummus right there. Over here we got the raw kale salad. So, you know, kale's not too interesting for me tonight because there's so many other things to eat, but we're just gonna get a scoopful there. Over here we got some pumpkin soup. So we're gonna get a little bit of the pumpkin soup there. Over here we got some stuffed mushrooms. So we're gonna go ahead and get one stuffed mushroom to try. Over here, this is some kind of traditional Indian salad, and I'm not exactly sure what's on it, but we're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of that. Looks nice and colorful. Over here, we got some standard ravioli. So yes, once again, all you could eat. I've been to another place in Chicago. You know, they'll charge you a bunch of money for these, but this, eat them all, one low price. And in the back here, this is some kind of a traditional, more Indian dish converted into a raw dish with basically broccoli and cauliflower. So we got a little bit of that on the plate as well. I filled up my plate here. As you can see, I got pretty much one of everything on this whole raw vegan buffet bar, except this right here. Check it out. This thing is, this is raw right here. Yes, it's not a paste or anything, although it may look like one. This is like a coconut banana, like a traditional Indian, I don't know, something or other. I don't know what it is, but. So I like that the food here is basically, you know, there's a few Indian dishes, but made raw. But all the food here has the Indian flair or some of the spices and seasonings, you know, that you would get in Indian food. And I think that that is really great because in herbs and spices have some of the most nutrient-dense foods and some of the highest level of antioxidants that many raw foodists may not be eating. Plus, it makes your food taste really good without adding things like salt that, in my opinion, is not so healthy. So actually, let's head back to the table and I'm gonna try each one of these and let you guys know how it tastes. All right, so now we're gonna sit down and eat some food. And before I do though, I wanna mention like the decor of this restaurant is actually very nice. There's like glass on every table. There's like real napkins, you know, cloth napkins instead of like paper napkins. So it's definitely upscale. They got like roses on every table, real roses. And I'll remind you guys to actually stop and smell the roses sometimes. That's more than just a stain, you should actually do it. And don't forget, rose petals are edible, but make sure they're roses that you grew yourself because traditional roses grown for commercial purposes may be highly sprayed. Another thing that's really cool at this restaurant that I like that they got are these guys right here. Now this is where your salt belongs. What this is Himalayan crystal salt, and it's in the form of a salt rock lamp. These things actually generate negative ions and good for your table, but not good to put in your food in my opinion. So leave the salt rock lamps on the table and not in your mouth. First, I'm gonna start out with the strawberry smoothie. We'll try it, let you guys know what I think. Definitely really good for strawberry smoothie, but I'm not here to try strawberry smoothies. I'm here for the delicious raw vegan Indian food buffet. So there's so many different things to try on my plate. I think the first thing I'm gonna try is the pumpkin soup right here. Flavor, taste of this. Definitely good for a pumpkin soup. Not that much salt in there, really good. Definitely taste some spices in there, and I like that a lot. Next, we're gonna try the guacamole. So, you know, I got a little bit of everything. First, I'm gonna eat samples of everything, find out what I like the most, and I'm gonna go back and get seconds on the things that are the best for me. Guacamole, definitely really good. A little bit watered down, but once again, it's all you can eat raw buffet, so I don't blame them. A lot of onions in there and texture in there, so I like that a lot actually. It's a tad bit spicy, so if you don't like spicy food, you might want to get just a very little bit. Whew, man, actually I could feel the spice coming on. But I personally love the spicy food sometimes. All right, next we're gonna try the raw pasta here. So basically what it is, it's just a spiralized zucchini with some like marinara sauce. You know, I've had raw spaghetti like many places, and this one definitely is not one of my favorite. Something's up with the sauce, like the red sauce. Has some different spices in there that I'm not used to. Now, it may be good, but it's just not for me. So let's move on to something else. Next, we're gonna try a fairly common raw food item that may be available at many raw food restaurants, and that's this guy right here. Stuffed mushrooms. I don't particularly eat a lot of mushrooms, but I will if I'm at a raw food buffet. That's all you could eat. But I don't generally like to eat mushrooms too much. Here's the inside. It's definitely really good. It's a nut-based pate. Right? A little bit more salty than I would like. But it's good nonetheless. I probably won't be getting another one just because I don't particularly care for mushrooms all too much. Next, we're going to try the kale salad. Now, you may notice that I didn't get a whole lot of kale salad, or actually just regular salad for that matter. That's because, you know, I eat this at home every single night. If I'm coming out to a raw food restaurant, I want to eat something new and different. That being said, I highly encourage you guys actually to eat, you know, large portions of salad greens, including kale and regular salad here, if you come to dilute some of the heavier stuff on the menu. Matter of fact, the next plate I go back for, I might actually get more salad and then a little bit of the other stuff. Anyways, on this kale salad, let's go ahead and taste it and let you guys know what I think. So the kale salad is definitely like a marinated in oil kale salad. I don't particularly like to eat a lot of oil in my diet. I guess for a kale salad it's all right, but if I go back, I might just get the normal, plain salad. The other thing I think is that, if you're gonna come to a raw buffet like this, you might as well eat some of the interesting things. I mean, you can make a raw kale salad easily at home any night of the week. Next, we're gonna try this right here. This is actually the raw hummus. So this is it right here. Definitely tastes good for hummus. Probably tastes more like a traditional hummus than the hummuses I make at home, where I just throw a couple things in the blender. I think it tastes more real, from what my memory serves me, what real hummus should taste like. So definitely like that one a lot. Next, we're gonna go for the ravioli. So this is your standard ravioli. The ravioli is usually like a really thinly sliced beet, something like that. And then they put a little bit of like nut cheese sauce in the middle. And usually they're pretty good, so let's try the one here. It's actually quite good. It's pretty hard to mess one of these guys up. Definitely like it a lot. A tad bit salty for my taste, but good nonetheless. Next, the moment I've been waiting for is this little ball thing. Now, to me, this thing doesn't look raw, but I was assured that this is raw and it's some kind of coconut banana something. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it and let you guys know what I think. So on the outside, it's kind of like this doughy texture, a little bit moist. In the middle, it's like some coconut. Man, it's actually definitely like nothing else I've ever tasted raw in my whole life. And I don't know exactly if I like it or not. Let me go ahead and taste another bite. A little bit dry, but it's like nothing I've ever tasted raw. I think I like it overall. I think you gotta just come here to try this thing right here. It's insane. I'm still working on this buffet meal, man. This thing is so huge, and this is only my first plate. Let's see, next we're gonna go for the marinated broccoli and cauliflower. So maybe I'll try some of the marinated cauliflower next. Here it is right here. And I don't know what the heck they're putting on this, but probably some Indian spices and maybe a little bit of oil. Pretty much just tastes like some cauliflower mild seasoning. So actually I like that a lot. Go ahead and eat the rest of this stuff. And once again, cauliflower and broccoli, cruciferous vegetables, and you want to get some cruciferous vegetables in you. They're definitely really good for you. And I have actually a friend who eats a head of cauliflower a night. So if you can't, you should work up to it. So now we're gonna try the marinated broccoli. Just tried the marinated cauliflower. I think I like the marinated broccoli better than the cauliflower. It's a little more tender. It absorbs more of the sauce. So if you want more of the sauce, go with the broccoli. If you don't want the sauce, go for the cauliflower. Now we're gonna try the salad for you guys, and we put on the organic salad 2 of the different dressings. They had a green dressing, and then they had a brown dressing. So we're gonna try a little bit of the salad with the brown dressing on there first. Wow, some unique Indian spices that I haven't tasted since I probably went to an Indian restaurant many years ago. Definitely good nonetheless. Let's go ahead and go for the green side dressing next. It's definitely good too. I don't know if I like, I think I like the green one a little bit more than the brown one, but the other thing to know is that the salad greens Actually very crunchy and actually quite good, no matter what dressing you decide to get. The next item I'm gonna eat here is actually the Indian salad, and I don't exactly know what's on this. It looks like some shredded cabbage, marinated actually fairly heavily in some oil because it's actually nice and shiny. Now I want to remind you guys that oil is 120 calories per tablespoon, and that's a lot of calories, so there's probably more oil in calories in this little salad here than there actually is in the cabbage that it's on. So let's go ahead and try this. Quite crunchy and good, but I'm probably not gonna get it. Just too much oil for me. The next thing we're gonna eat here is basically some kind of salad with some like sprouted rice. So I don't know exactly what's in it, but we're gonna go ahead and try it. Tastes really good, kind of like a coleslaw. Now the sprouted rice is not maybe sprouted or soaked enough. It's actually still rather hard. So you have to chew that more than normal. But overall, I think I actually like that. Woo! Getting some spice in there. Maybe that was from the guacamole sitting next to it. But that one's definitely good nonetheless. So we're ready for the next item I'm gonna taste here, and this one right here. Now this is not a lot of food, but what this is some like condiment, like some traditional Indian pickled mango or something. So really curious about tasting how this is gonna taste. Woo! Wow! Oh my God! Makes your mouth light up. It's like the pickled like sauerkraut taste. Ooh man! Plus like a lot of salt. Probably a bit more salty than I'd like for sure. Strong flavor. I definitely enjoyed that I got to try it, but I don't know that I'd try it again. But I'm glad it's raw, because a lot of things at regular Indian restaurants you just can't eat as a raw food. So this will give you some insight as to what some of that stuff tastes like if you don't eat cooked foods anymore. Next, we're gonna try the lasagna. And this is a little bit different raw lasagna than most. You know, there may be some zucchini in here, but it's also really rich in actually things like lettuce, which is kind of cool for lasagna. And that's this guy right here. We're just gonna go ahead and cut this up a little bit and get a small little piece. You can see there's a lot of cheese sauce in here and some like marinara stuff on the top and some greens. So I definitely like that it's rich in greens. It's actually pretty good. I just don't like that red sauce on top. It may be the same red sauce that was on the pasta that I'm not a super huge fan of, but overall, the lasagna is actually quite good. Now it's a moment I've been waiting for. As many of you guys know, one of my favorite things to eat in the whole wide world before I was raw was pizza. So now I've saved the best for last, the raw food pizza here. And here it is. One of the main things I like about a pizza is that, you know, you can actually pick it up like a piece of pizza with your hands and not any utensils. And this one, despite being a little bit wet on the plate with all the other things that I had on the plate, you could still definitely eat it like a pizza. It's basically like a half round here. And one of the things I like about this pizza is, check it out, this dough here is not like a cracker, like a fox cracker, like many pizzas. They're just put on a cracker. This is actually more like that pizza dough. I mean, it's really flexible and actually not breaking. So that's actually quite unique for a raw pizza. And biting that pizza is really nice. It's nice and chewy, unlike, once again, the cracker texture. And when you bite into it, what you're mainly tasting is all the fresh vegetables cut up on top. While there is a little bit of sauce, the cheese, and also the marinara on top, it's mostly a lot of vegetables. And you do taste some of the doughy bread, which I think is actually made out of oats. So actually giving the pizza definitely top ratings. If you come here, get a couple pieces of pizza before they're all gone. So I got through dinner and I polished off a total of 3 like nice large size plates full. So that definitely brought the cost down to the buffet, and I'm actually quite stuffed and nice full. And before I even knew it, the owner came out and actually brought me raw pie for dessert. So I mean, that just increased the value. Like the raw food restaurant that I ate at just a few nights ago, they charge like $9 for a raw pie, but for $15.99, all you could eat vegan raw food that's delicious, and you get the pie too. It's insane, man. So next I'm gonna go ahead and try the pie for you guys. Looks like the crust is made out of like maybe like coconut and dates and maybe some almonds or something, and this is a strawberry like cheesecake type pie. Man, it's quite sweet and actually quite delicious too. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this pie up. I'll be back at you with my results and summary of the restaurant here and how good it was. So I just got done with dessert and the 3 plates of food. Definitely awesome, delicious. So let's see, just to sum everything up, pretty much I like the buffet. Some of the things I could need improvement is actually having labels about what everything is and actually the ingredients. About 50% of the items here were actually oil-free, so I definitely appreciate that. I could taste some of the items with oil, and I didn't go back for seconds on those guys since I don't want to include just oil in my diet. It actually adds a lot of calories and may not necessarily be the healthiest thing for you, even if they are raw oils. So another thing I liked about here was the atmosphere. It's really nice atmosphere. They played nice music in the background. And the owner is really friendly. She actually comes up and pretty much meets everybody at every table. This is like a family atmosphere here. So it's really nice environment to just be happy and enjoy your food. I want to also remind everybody to always chew your food very well. You want to chew at least 50 times each mouthful, and I know that's a lot, so maybe at least do 20 times each mouthful, but just don't put it in your mouth, chew 2 times and swallow. Make sure you masticate your food, and that's another tip I want to give you guys is if you're going for the raw buffet, you don't get here at 9. They close at 9:30, so you want to get here like at 6:30 when they open up, so that you could have a nice long time to enjoy all the food and actually also get your money's worth. I guess to sum it up overall, I'm gonna have to rate this place actually 4 out of 5 apples overall, and actually for me that's quite a high rating. The main reasons for this is because the value is outstanding. $15.99 for all you could eat raw, vegan, organic food. And a dessert is just, it blows my mind. There's no other place anywhere in the United States that I've been to that can do that cheaper, that can give you a variety of things to eat that are just so good. And once again, you have the choice to choose, whether you want to eat just a plain salad and have a little bit of stuff or just go all out and pack yourself full of whatever you want. So I think it's definitely great that they're here and they're doing this, and I'll definitely be back when I'm in Chicago again. Some of the things they may be able to improve on are maybe like, once again, putting some labels on things, letting people know what's in there. Maybe reducing the salt content a little bit. And another thing I really liked actually was just the high water content foods. You're not gonna find a lot of dehydrated foods here because that takes a lot longer to make and prepare, and also could raise the price. So they had just basically a lot of cut up vegetables with some unique sauces that tasted like no other raw food sauces I've tasted everywhere. So you definitely wanna come out whenever you're in Chicago. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRod.com. We'll see you next time, and remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're the best.